Hello and welcome to Telling Stories. I'm James Brown. This is a show all about telling stories better online. I'm calling this episode How to Make Better Blog Posts because making the blog post is almost as important as writing the blog post. Writing is a skill that takes time and effort, and you'll get it after many repetitions. But making a blog post is how you frame the writing. It's thinking about the concepts, it's assimilating the elements and putting the concepts together to create a good story, which is why we're here. Charles Osgood, the longtime host of CBS Sunday Morning and the Osgood File, a daily show on radio, and the writer of one of my favorite books on communications, How to Think on Your Feet Without Falling on Your Face. By the way, there's a link to all of those in the show notes. Once said, all the words are wrong except for the right one. Words are powerful. The ones you use can change the feeling the audience thinks about your concept, about your content of any kind. It doesn't even really matter what you mean. What it matters is what your content evokes, the feeling it inspires. Be careful with the words you use. Think long and hard before throwing around accusations, before using words that you don't feel comfortable with. And of course, watch your all the words are wrong except for the right ones. Art Bell, a longtime overnight spooky talk show host, once said his only piece of advice to anyone who wanted to work in communications was, be yourself. If you're not yourself, you're gonna get caught. Content is like clay. Any person who tries to shape it into any form will put their fingerprints all over it. So take advantage of this. This is a positive. We all have something unique to offer the world. We all are experts at something. Embrace those fingerprints. Don't try to make them look like anybody else's. Be yourself. It's okay to use an outline that exists, but adjust the outline. Reshape it in your own image. Be yourself. We all have our expertise. Share it. I had the pleasure of sitting down with an elementary school principal. He used a phrase that I instantly fell in love with. Make your thinking visible. If you ever take a standardized test, you might know that as in math courses, they actually chop off points if you don't show your work. Treat each blog post this way. Make your thinking visible. Answer the question who, what, when, and where, and why. Talk about the how. Take me through the process. It's not your conclusion or your point of view, it's the why it's your point of view on this very specific concept. And we might even believe your outlandish concept, whatever it is. Make your thinking visible. Brother Ali, the blind albino rapper, once said, the truth don't belong to nobody. If you see it, speak it. Be honest. Speak with conviction. Tell the truth. Your truth, whatever it is. This is all about your point of view and getting your point of view across. Be honest. Don't be afraid to say it. If you don't believe it and what you're writing is not true, people will notice. People will get it. People will see through you. Be truthful. Be honest. And finally, when in doubt, simplify. When in doubt, simplify is one of my mantras. It's actually a sign that I put over my computer in my office. Don't cram too much information in a blog post. It's a blog, not a novel. There is no word limit. There is no word minimum. But I do suggest you use this one rule of thumb. One concept at a time. Concepts are usually bigger than most people think they are. Even the idea of my apartment offers a ton of detail. How many rooms are in the apartment, and then you can describe what's in each room, and then you can describe individual pieces of the room. If it's a living room, it could be your TV, your coffee table, the furniture, what's on the walls, what's on each table, and then you can go into each element of the table. Even when you go into something, so let's pare back the subject. Instead of describing an entire apartment, describe a living room or describe a kitchen. Describe one instance, one happening, one thing, not the entire larger concept. Please simplify the rhyme one concept at a time. Thank you for joining me, and as always, be well.